Hi everyone, my name is Lizna Makhani. I currently live in Geneva, Switzerland, so a big hello from Geneva. Today, I will walk you through the process of how to register for an absentee ballot or vote by mail if you currently live overseas. For Smileys Rise Up. Thank you. So the first thing you will do is go to the Federal Voting Assistance Program.gov or fvap.gov. And there on the home page, it'll give you a button that says request your ballot now. So we will go ahead and click on this. Next, it'll take you to the screen that gives you an overview of what the process will be to apply for an absentee ballot. So first, what you will do is fill in this online application. You will review it and then print out the application and manually sign it and then send it in. And this could be sent in via fax, email, or regular mail. So we'll go ahead and accept the privacy statement and move forward. The first step will be to identify which state you will be applying for an absentee ballot in. For me, it's going to be Texas, so I'm going to go ahead and select Texas. Next, you will choose your jurisdiction, which for me is Bexar County. So I'm going to select Bexar. After that, you have to choose your absentee ballot classification. You can choose from whether you're uniformed service on active duty, a spouse of someone who is uniformed service, if you are a U.S. citizen living abroad and have an intention to return, or a U.S. citizen living outside the country with an intent to return, which is uncertain. So I'm going to select the last one and move on. Next, you will fill out your personal information that will go on the application. So I'm just going to go ahead and write my first and last name on this, but for those who will be filling this out, you will likely have to complete all of the categories that have the red asterisk on it, and the ones that are strongly encouraged as well, such as your phone number and email. You will also have to put in your personal identification, such as your social security number or your driver's license number. For the political party, you can choose to write your political party affiliation or not, depending on your preferences. We'll go ahead and click on Next. Then you will write your address for your voting residence, which means the address in the US, in the state that you are currently applying for the absentee ballot in. So I'm from San Antonio, so I'll just go ahead and write the city right here for reference and choose the county, which would be, again, Bexar County. And then the state is already filled in for you, and I'll just enter the zip code for reference for now. But you will go ahead and write the street address as well. We'll go ahead and click on Next. Continue. Okay, next it takes you to your mailing address. This is your current mailing address in the country that you are currently residing in. So on the address line here, I'm just going to write the city that I'm currently in instead of writing out my entire address, but you will be writing out your entire address here. And if you have a forwarding address, that needs to be added. And once you're done, let's click on Next. Next, it's going to ask you how you want to receive your ballot. For me, I would prefer to receive it through online or email, so I'll go ahead and select that. But if you would like to receive it by mail, you can also select mail. And here it's asking for your telephone number, fax, and email. Because I've listed email as my delivery method, I will go ahead and just write a dummy email just for now. And then I'll go ahead and click Next. Next, it's going to ask you to select which ballots you would like to receive. This is a process where you can apply for it once a year. So I'll just go ahead and say all elections which I'm eligible for, so that I am registered for any local and state elections that are occurring throughout the year I will receive the ballots for. Go ahead and click next. Next, it's going to take you to a review page to review all of the information that you have completed. So we'll go ahead and just go down and make sure all the required information is filled in. Right now, my required information is not filled in, but when you go through, just make sure that you have completed all the required information and the information that is also strongly encouraged. Once you have reviewed and edited and finalized this information, you will click Next. Now it's going to ask you to print out all of the information that you've completed in this FPCA package. So what we will do is review the information before printing, print and sign it, and then we will send that information. So now let's review the information by clicking Download PDF Package. All right, so this is the PDF package that we have to review. And here it lists the election dates for the federal election deadlines in Texas. So you have to register for this absentee ballot postmarked by October 14th, 2020. The ballot should be requested by October 23rd, 2020, and it should be returned where the election office should receive your completed ballot by November 9th, 2020. And there's some recommended mailing dates listed here, and then instructions as well, which were listed on the website that we reviewed. So review this package, print and sign it, select and download the envelope template, and then send your election materials. And then it tells you where to send this package. You can either mail it, where you sign, date, complete the form, and mail it directly to your election official. And there's an address that's listed here for where you should mail it. Or you can email it once your package is complete, sign, date the form, scan it, and be sure to include the transmission cover sheet and email this package directly to your election official. And the email is listed here. Or the third option is faxing it. You can fax it, and the fax number is listed below here. So what we'll do is just quickly review the information and make sure we have the cover sheet, because I will prefer to email it. So here is the cover sheet. We'll make sure that all the information is complete. Last name, first name. I will fill out the telephone number and email address. Make sure it's printed and signed and then scanned. If a voted ballot is faxed or emailed, please sign below. I understand that by faxing or emailing my voted ballot, I am voluntarily waiving my right to a secret ballot. And then here is the information that you filled out on that application online that's listed here in this form. Make sure you sign and date it before you print it, before you email it. And that's it. I will print this out, I will sign it, and then I will email it to this email address that's listed here. We'll go back here. If you do choose to mail it in, you can print out the envelope, but you will need an envelope printer for this. So I will click the download envelope for Europe, just because I'm currently in Europe and will likely have a European envelope. And the envelope that you print out will say where it's going to and who it's from. And then you can send it in. And lastly, here is another reminder for the election deadlines. Make sure that your registration, this form, is postmarked by October 14th, make sure you are receiving your ballot by October 23rd, and make sure you are submitting your ballot by November 9th. It should be received by then. So that means be sure to mail it in a week or two in advance to make sure it is received by the listed date here. And that's it. You can click finish here and that should be done. Thank you. If you have any questions about this process, please feel free to message me or Smiley's Rise Up with any of your questions. Thank you so much.